Hey guys, it's Jesse from Shrink RC, and I'm doing something a little different this time. Usually when I'm done with a build, you see me make a YouTube where I sit there and take apart the truck and tell you how I built it and all the parts that were used and stuff. But this truck is a pretty simple build overall, and I thought, why don't we get out and play around with it and talk about it while we drive it. This is a Vanquish VRD straight axle chassis. It's got the fancy Vanquish method wheels on it, and the body, of course, is a Mojave two-door from RC four-wheel drive. It's got an interior in it and a little roll cage that came out with not too long ago, and I got my Chachi driver in there. And other than that, it's a pretty simple build, and in fact, other than the fancy wheels, it's kind of a budget build. It's got the Fusion SE 1800 in it, and I got the Echo Power from Maiden, that Echo Power 120 servo on there. No external BEC, I'm just using the BEC that's built into the Fusion. I've got it turned up to the higher setting. It's what is it, 7.4 volts, something like that. And it's a pretty simple build. Let's just start driving. We'll talk about it. Trying out this gimbal here, and I've got it set to track. It's the DJI Mimo. I've got it set to track, and I'm on one of the sections of this trail that I really enjoy. I waited to start filming till I got up to this section. I live in Southern California in a place called the Ojai Valley. I'm up here on the Pratt Trail. I'm glad I'm up here today. Weather's really not too bad. We can get up over 100 degrees, even close to 110 or more sometimes here in the summer. So those aren't really very fun days to go out and crawl. But today, the weather out here is just really, really nice. So I'm gonna come out here and try out the new truck. I've got a 2200 milliamp hour Ovonic battery in it. I'm using it's one of their, what do they call it, the aviation battery or something like that. And I like those because they got a high discharge rate for when you do want to punch it. You don't have to worry about not having enough discharge rate. So it's like a 50C discharge rate on there. The tires are some tires that I took off of another build that I had. I just really like these tires. Hi, good morning.
I don't know why, but I find this very cute.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful drive.
Thank you. You too. Don't forget your truck next time.
Yeah.
These tires are Super Swampers, and I took them off of another build I have. They're 4.75 inch. And so they've got some mileage on them already. And a little secret for you, used tires grip better than brand new tires when it comes to RC crawlers. I suppose that's probably true. Well, it is true on full-size rigs as well. You get kind of some little baby teeth going on if you went under a microscope, you see little baby teeth in the rubber from where it shredded up a little bit from using them. So these tires are actually really nice tires. I like them a lot. See, I'm gonna try to go over here beside it, see what happens if the camera can keep tracking it. Pretty handy. Let's see how I'm crashing into a rock there. This truck is one of my most controversial trucks. I don't have a lot of controversial trucks, but you know, most of my trucks I usually kind of do tiny tires, and I don't cut up the body much and have real sort of stock looking. But you know, stock isn't the same thing as scale. And it's funny how there's a few folks that were complaining that this truck's not scale enough. And I know some people think that only tiny tires are scale, but these days there's tires that are 4 feet around and bigger. The other thing that some people were crying about was my chop on the bed. People going, well, that's not a bob. Well, guess what? It's not supposed to be a bob. I just hacked it off clean. And that's something that I've seen on one-to-one trucks. Some Toyota buggies, in fact, that I've seen. I even have a friend who has a truck like that, where he just cut the bed off of it like that. And my motive behind that is, well, obviously I got the departure angle benefit of cutting that off. And then when I was thinking about gluing it back on, I was trying to think, what's going to keep this truck as lightweight with the lowest center of gravity possible? I thought, well, just don't bother gluing it back on, just leave it off. And I say that's real. There's real trucks like that. And I'll say the same thing about the way I've cut the drastic cuts on the fenders in the front. That's something I've seen on real life Toyotas with big tires too. So to me, there's not much about the way I did this build that isn't scale. It's not stock, but it's scale as far as I'm concerned. If you don't like it, you can suck it. So here we are. This is one of my favorite sections up here. We'll see how this guy does. I'll just shut up for a minute, let you watch it crawl. I think I mentioned I'm running a 2200 milliamp hour battery. I've got it on the passenger side. I figure it counters the weight of the driver a little bit, but of course it is a little heavier on that side now, which will be great when I'm side hilling on a right side hill, but it'll be a disadvantage when I'm on a left side hill. Let's see if we can give some punch here. I didn't mess with the overdrive settings. It's just the overdrive the way it is out of the box on this straight axle kit. I think it's only about a 6% overdrive. Somebody will correct me on that, but I don't know if I'll be able to get past this section without the hand of God, but let's try it. Ah, there we go. Oops, bumped the camera there. Let's see, I think we'll come over here and go on the right. This reminds me a little bit of when I first got into crawling. I used to love to watch the videos of RC Sparks. He didn't talk, he just would take a truck, take it out there. He's in Canada, and he would just take a truck and go down the trail real slow, and he'd edit it and stuff, and they were really just kind of mesmerizing videos to watch. That was before he went insane and became a psychotic porn star gold mining guy. If you know him, you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, you're probably wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Normally I do the unveil videos in the safety of my little RC studio at home. So here I am out in public talking to myself, which I've done more embarrassing things than that. It's not the end of the world. Obviously I'm running Shrink RC body mounts. They're for the VRD. And our VRD body mounts work on all the versions of the VRD. So there's the VRD carbon and the VRD straight axle. And, I guess, is that all the versions? Did I just name them all? Well, you've got portal and straight axle. Got some people coming up. Morning. Thank you. Well, we got a puppy dog coming too, so we won't run the truck. They scare. Sometimes the trucks scare the dogs, so I'll just let it sit there.
You might try to take a ride on that thing right now.
Come on, big boy.
He'll smash it, that one. He looks about 150 pounds.
No, this way. This way. Can you call him?
Come on, Neil.
This way. Stay away from the truck.
Good boy.
Good, dude.
You guys have a good day. So these mounts will work on the straight axle kit and the portal axle kit. And it's the same mounts for both. One difference that there is if you're running a straight axle kit, the mounts are going to line up. When you consider where the front wheels are, the front axle, the mounts are designed to line up the front axle straight when you have straight axles. Meaning the front axle is going to sit in the center of the front wheel well. If you have portal axles, well, the portal axles have a lot of caster built into them, and that caster moves the front wheels forward about 5 millimeters. Now, I don't sell a separate set of mounts for the portal version. It's the same mounts, and my thought process behind that is I think that most people who are going to run portals are going to probably want to run really big tires, 4.75 or 5.25, you know, up in that range. And the portal, because it pushes the wheel forward about 5 millimeters, well, that's going to give you more room in front of the doors when you cut the body to run those great big tires and still have room to turn your tires. Like I mentioned, these ones are 4.75, and that's about the max on this one before you start cutting into the body mount. Let me try to get a shot of the side here. You can see how I'm all the way up to the body mounts there on that cut for the wheel. So if I wanted to run a bigger tire than that, I'd want to do like you do on a full-size truck and push that front axle forward to make more clearance. Well, the portals do that for you. So that's my logic on why I have the same body mounts for the portal version as I do for the straight axle version. Let's go down here, and this is kind of my turnaround point because this is the most fun part of that section we just did is kind of the most fun part of this trail. So I usually come down here, turn around, and go back. I'll shut up for a little bit, let you watch the truck, try to concentrate, not crash it. Wow, look at that departure angle. Just a little walk around of the truck. This has got our new roll cage in there. It's 3D printed roll cage, and I sell it on the website, shrinkrc.com. And that roll cage comes in pieces, and then you screw it together. It's all printed in plastic. What's nice about that is it keeps the weight from making you all top heavy. You still get the look of the roll cage, and the body's what's going to take all the hit anyway, as you know. So that roll cage is just for looks, but it'll keep the weight down and give you that cool look. And you know, this build's not very expensive, because if you wanted to, you wouldn't have to buy the whole body for it. You could just buy the cab and the bed, the door handles if you wanted them, and an interior, and that's all there's on it. You don't need all the bumpers and all that stuff, because if you're building it this way, there's no use for them. So it winds up being not a very expensive build. Like I said, the wheels of course are real expensive on this, but they're the most expensive thing on the whole truck. But it's the Fusion SE 1800 motor, and I use the Echo servo and then a few body parts on there, and got my Chachi in there. But if you didn't go crazy on the wheels like I did, this wouldn't be a very expensive build, all things considered. That kit for the chassis is only a few $100. So in the world of RC, that's not very expensive. That bumper I got on there is a Vanquish VS410 bumper. It's one that I had too from the past. Let's get this guy turned around. Let's see if we can make it back out. I didn't have to lift on the way in, so let's see if we can make it back out without lifting. This is probably the hardest section to do that on, coming back up these steps here. This guy would probably benefit from a little bit of overdrive. I might do that at some point. But sometimes it's fun just to build stuff stock and see what it do. And then you actually get to see the difference when you do make the improvements. I think I'll take this line to the left. The short wheelbase is really good for this spot. I've done it in a longer wheelbase rig, and it's a little bit harder. So, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. I don't know if we got enough punch here. All right, we'll try to back up and go up the left over here, see how that does. Trying not to flip it, I don't want to embarrass myself. I almost did. So that battery's on the right, so that's helping me right now with this little bit of side hill. Oh. I think we're getting to the embarrassing part here pretty soon. Look at that. This little DJI Mimo's doing pretty good. I haven't really ever used it this way before. Did we lose the truck right when I'm saying that? No, he's still on there. Still tracking. It's nice because it's got the image stabilization and it's tracking the truck for me too. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How you doing?
Doing great. Cheers.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
I don't know if we're still tracking. Are we still tracking? Tried to reset it. I think I might have lost it there for a minute. Won't know how that looks till I get home. Check the video out. Well, I'm mostly just going to ride it out now. I think I said everything I wanted to tell you about the truck. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Appreciate you watching, and keep watching. If you find it amusing, I'll keep filming till I get back down to the lower part of the trail, but if not, you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching. Peace. Don't forget to let me know what you guys think of this style of video. I'll do more of them if you like it. Yeah, I hear the clicking. Ain't care. See you guys. Have a good day.